Got a new Bass Tracker Pond Prowler 2. It's a little bit bigger. Kind of sits a little bit better than my last one. Certainly, it maneuvers through the water much better. A little heavier though, so I had to build me a little dolly. I'm hoping with the water temperature kind of dropping, certainly the normal temperature is dropping, that the crappie will start biting much better. But if they're anything like they were last week, this will be a great video and we'll have a good time. So I'll show you guys my setup once I get out. But I just wanted to tell you, I'm back. Alright gang, we're out. It's almost at the bridge. The water is extremely high. It's very stained. We got a lot of rain yesterday. So I hope that I didn't come out here to show you guys nothing. Now once the tide goes back out, I think we'll do much better because I'll be able to shoot the pilings a lot better. But right now, I'm not sure how we're going to fish it. We're going to get up here and check out the pilings and see. Might just be vertical jigging on the outside pilings so we get enough that we can shoot them. Or if they're crappie that have moved down in the deeper, I'll show you guys my spider rig. So I was able to get a new boat, as I mentioned, and it had 2 rod holders. So I built me a little PVC pipe fish rod holder spider rig. So we'll see how it works. I'm just out glad to be fishing. So we'll see what happens here in a few minutes. Well, here's the first one of the day. I'm catching on camera a good shot underneath the docks. Really good fish. Now this one will measure in at, I have my camera on. This one will measure in at 11, a little over 11. So it's good crappie. Alright, maybe now with the tide starting to go out, we'll start to see some fish. So I wanted to show you guys my new setup. Many of you know I sold my old Pelican Bass Raider 8 and I purchased a Bass Pro Pond Prowler 2. In the back of the boat I have the 50-pound thrust Minn Kota trolling motor with my old Ranch fish finder. And in the front I have a 40-pound thrust Minn Kota and Humminbird Helix 7. I took the 2 rod holders that come on the boat and I used some 1.5-inch PVC pipe made a T, and I mounted 2 rod holders each for a total of 4 rod holders to create my spider rig. So this is my new setup. As you can see, I also have my GoPro mounted to the front, and I always have one on my hat. So that's what I'll be using to fish and film with this year. Okay guys, so the tide is finally going out some. And now we're going to be able to shoot some docks or cast some docks, because you guys know I'm terrible at shooting docks. But all this morning it came and the tide was actually coming in. I was hoping it would be going out, but it was coming in. So these pilings that you see, the water was up to the top. There was no way to cast or shoot the docks. So I was left just kind of hanging out. And while I didn't show it to you, the catfish were killing me. I was catching a ton of catfish. But now I'm finally at the point where I can cast a little underneath the docks. And we caught a few. I didn't want to start filming if we weren't going to catch anything, but we caught a few. So all I'm doing is casting underneath, letting it drop a little bit, and retrieving it back out of there. And we caught a few. That was not a good cast, so probably not going to catch anything from this one. But I will tell you, they have started to bite a little better. I still hadn't put any big fish in the boat, but we did catch a few crappie while we weren't filming. So I've caught probably 7 crappie today and a ton of ugly catfish. So let's hope with the tide starting to go out that the fish bite a bit better. And now that I can get underneath the pilings a bit, that'll help. Starting to see a few more on the fish finder. So maybe with the tide continuing to go out and the pilings and kind of the depth between the pilings and the water getting a little better, I can shoot them better, get underneath there better, and catch a few more of them. So let's get back catching little bitty ones. Yeah, I caught one that was about 12, but that's about it. Oh, nice. Yeah, I haven't fished the dock yet this year. So what I'm doing is I'm fishing this monkey milk, and I'm tipping it off with crappie nibbles. And the tides, because the tide's still so high, I'm having to try to back up and just shoot the docks. But I'm learning, I'm getting a little bit better in shooting the docks. I told you guys last year, I am not very good at it. But I'll tell you what, knowing how to do it pays some huge dividends. So I'm learning, and we'll get better as the season goes on. I plan to do it a bit more this year. Let's see if there's another one under there. Marking a few fish on my hummingbird. Still hadn't figured it out. I'm not as good with it as I am with my Lowrance. We'll see. There he is. There he is. Look at that. All right, this is kind of what we're waiting for. Just to find the right dock. I've fished a couple docks already. Well, I'm sorry, a couple pilings already, and nothing. So you just got to figure out where they're schooling up. Little bitty one, but heck, he's a crappie. So he's better than what I had. Starting to see a few more on the fish finder. There he is. We got one now. That's a nice one. That's a nice one. Yeah, he's a nice one. Maybe I won't leave. That thump, man. I got it under there where he was. He nailed it. So I know we'll do a little bit better. Nice fish. We'll measure him after we can get him off of here. Nice, he ain't a 13-incher, but not catching many. I'm thankful for every one you got. Great hook set. In fact, some of these hook sets, man, are so good you almost hate it, because now you're either gonna screw this. All right, let's measure him and see what he does. He's 11 and a half. Good fish. Good fish. So I just want to talk you through what I'm doing. As you can see, I cast underneath the dock, sometimes to the other side, and now I'll allow some line to spool off, allow the jig to drop. Then I'll start a slow inward and upward retrieve. Sometimes I'll hit it as the jig falls, and other times, as you can see right here, they'll hit it on a retrieve up. What you should notice, though, is that I didn't have a lot of action in the jig, just a very slight movement, because crappie are very aggressive. They tend to strike anything that gets in and stays in the strike zone. So I just want to tell you, you don't have to do a lot of movement, and good luck with whatever technique you're using. They're definitely not biting like they were the other day. There you go. There we go. There we go. We got one. It's just a matter of time. So Say again?
I was watching your videos. I had to get myself motivated.
Oh, I know. I was struggling with coming off the bike, man. Yeah, I love cycling, so it's always a struggle
I know.
to stop one and start the other. Yeah, I haven't caught any big ones yet though this year. That one feels good. The tide's out a little bit better. Fishing should pick up. You want it?
Yeah. You're not keeping it in?
No, I don't even have a stringer.
Oh, come on. You usually have them on a stringer.
Oh, I know. And I thought I threw the stringer in the truck too. Yeah, I thought I threw the stringer in the truck. Sorry about that. He's only, see how big is he? Well, he's not as big as I think. He's 11 and he's 11. So I want to talk to you a little bit about my loop knot. So I'm kind of doing the same thing. In this case, just vertical jigging. I dropped it to the bottom and I'm retrieving it kind of slow, pausing it in some cases and bringing it up. But what I think really makes a difference is the loop knot that I use. I did it in one of my other videos where I showed you the 3-loop knot that I use. Well, what that knot does is that jig is suspended in the strike zone. It makes it hang horizontal to the bottom. And that allows it to look just like a real minnow. So try that knot and see if it produces more fish. So one last tip, windy conditions. A lot of people stay off the water when it's windy. I've found that I tend to catch a whole lot more crappie sometimes when the wind's blowing hard than when it's calm. So I would just tell you, the next time you want to go crappie fishing but the wind is high, unless it's so high that it's dangerous, don't be afraid to get out and try some of the docks, pilings, or brush piles. You might find you'll catch a lot more crappie. So the bite is getting a little bit better now. Get underneath there, fish them out. So that tide keeps going out. I get about another good foot, man, it's gonna be on and popping.